right, joining us today, we have Miles Harden, Aiden Bauman, Carter Bell, Will Leland, and Stephen Hillis. We'll open it up for questions.
Jacob Nielsen, Mitchell Republic. Will, let's start with you, man. Made the kick, took a bow. Just what was going through your head?
We've been working for this for a while. First and foremost, all glory to God. Man, it's been a crazy season so far, and we just kept our foot down on the gas. And when Aiden made that throw, Kai caught it. I just knew. I was like, all right, it's go time. Even if they ice it, we're just gonna go ahead and knock it through. So that's what we did.
I know you're always prepared down there. Anytime the offense starts to move the ball, I see it. You get the ball out, you start kicking through the net. Was it just the same mentality as it always is on that last drive?
Always, yeah. No, I mean, I've been trying to keep my routine pretty similar every week. Same thing goes during a game. I'll kick 2 balls if we get past 50, and then be ready if time goes on after that. But yeah.
Right on. Aiden, obviously they were a really great defense. What were they like to kind of prepare for schematically, and then how do you guys felt like you executed against them today?
Yeah, I mean they're a tough defense. They bring a lot of pressures. They got some really good players out there. But I think for us it just came down to executing our game plan and just finishing reps like we have been. Out executing them. I can't say that the game plan was much different than what it is every week. It's just, if you got this, do this. I mean, it's pretty simple, but, we did a great job today. Obviously, we hit some adversity, but like I said, for the last 2 weeks now, our grit is unbelievable as a team, and it was really fun to see us finish like that.
Carter, I thought you had the catch of the game there in the second quarter. Tell me about that play. You get it in double coverage, and then what kind of happened after that?
Man, it starts up front with the O-line. They did a great job protecting Aiden. Aiden gave me a chance. Just went up, made the play, and executed everything right.
Right on. For Miles and Steven, I mean, you guys haven't really been tested at home in terms of the scoreboard late in the game, and then obviously their quarterback was just making plays left and right. What's it like to play against a guy like that doesn't really seem to go down even when he's getting pressure in his face every down?
I mean, yeah, give them a lot of credit. They do a good job, blocking, running, throwing, catching. And, we just try to, go out there and execute our game plan to the best of our ability.
Miles, I'll ask you, Coach trusted you guys there at the end. They punted away on 4th down, and then you guys get that big stop to help get the ball back to the offense. How big was that possession there?
It was very big, just knowing the down, the distance, and what was at stake. So we thank Coach for believing in us, and we went out there and executed.
Mackenzie with Yankton, Preston Dakotan. Aiden, you faced a lot of pressure today, to say the least. And towards the end, it was a very high-pressure situation. How do you guys keep focus on the next play at hand and not get caught up in what's happening right now? You instantly knew to let your line get set up and spike the ball. What's going through your head, and how do you keep your nerves at bay?
Yeah, I mean, really, I've said this before, but all it is practice with fans, really. So, I mean, we practice this stuff all the time, clock, that type of stuff. You can't make any movement bigger than it is. I can't say I don't feel pressure, but, at the end of the day, it's just football. It's a game. We know what we're out there to do and how to execute. Like you said, with the pressure, I want to give a huge shout out to my O-line. 0 sacks today with how they play. That's unbelievable. So they did a great job today. But, yeah, like I said, can't let pressure get to you. Just got to execute.
Wow, what a game. What a finish. Brought back some memories. I think it was 2017 when we had a ranked Youngstown team in here, and we kicked a field goal as time expired in the same end of the stadium. Completely different game, though. But, really pleased with the way our guys played, to build a 21-point lead. If there's one thing you're disappointed in, it's the fact that we gave up 2 big plays, which is atypical of us defensively, and kind of let that momentum swing there in the second half. But they tie the game up. Give Youngstown credit. They never gave up either. They're a good football team, and made plays when they needed to make plays to keep some drives alive and to make a couple of big plays to get themselves back in the game. They could have easily have become a little bit more lopsided. And then at the end, we showed some character. I know everybody in the stadium, wants us to go for it on 4th and 3. But we really felt that at that point in time, we had 2 timeouts left. You punt the ball down in the hole. You have a chance to, get the ball back in a short field situation. Our defense did a good job, got us the ball back with enough time, and then really offensively we executed a couple of plays to get us into field goal range. And a lot of confidence in Will. We got two really good kickers, Zeke Mata and Will. Zeke. Zeke's been kicking the ball off for us, doing a good job, and Will's been really solid with all of the placement kicks, and had all the confidence in the world that he was going to knock that through, and so kind of a crazy way to win, kind of a crazy football game, but couldn't be more happy and proud, happy for and proud of our guys.
All right, we'll open it up for questions.
Coach, you mentioned going on that fourth down and everybody in the stadium going for that. Is that an analytical-based decision for you, or is that just full trust in the defense, like what Miles was talking about earlier, and just having that full trust in them?
It's 31 years of experience decision, I think. Trust the defense, trust your kicking game, trust your ability to get the ball back. The worst thing could have happened is we don't convert that and then give them a field situation where they need only a couple of first downs to kick a field goal themselves. So if it would have been a little shorter, I think it would be a little different, but the right decision turned out to be the right decision, for us. But, we thought about going for it. We tried to see if we could get them to draw them off sides, but the whole way through, we were going to punt the ball down in there.
You guys are sitting pretty right now in the valley after this win and looking ahead at Indiana State next week. What are some of the things that you want to work on heading into that matchup?
Well, obviously, we can't give up big plays like that. We made it too easy for them to come back and allowed a couple of big play touchdowns. And I know, defensively, they're going to take that pretty hard on that side of the football. I think we got away, in the second half, Aiden's throwing it really well. We got to get back to running the football. We're a little thin at running back right now with Travis getting banged up, and he couldn't go, and Nate Thomas still being out, along with Mike Mansoray. But, again, I thought Charles Pierre, who had to carry a lot of the load, and we even used true freshman L.J. Phillips a little bit today. Those guys are good players, but obviously we got to get, back to running the football from an offensive standpoint to ensure that we've got better balance.
Coach, what is the status of Nate Thomas and Mike Mansoray, and then I guess Travis as well?
Yeah, so Mike will be back next week. He'll be back full practice on Tuesday. Nate's close. I would expect Nate to be 100% by next Saturday as well. Travis, he went down today with a little bit of a upper body injury, I guess is all I can say on that. And my hope is that he'll be back next week as well.
Obviously, they're similar to your defense. They're really tough up front and in between the tackles. It seemed like you guys maybe worked to spread them out a little bit. Was that an emphasis, maybe the jet sweep and some of those plays?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason. They came in as one of the highest ranked rush defenses in the country, and that includes them having played Ohio State. They're good against the run, experienced, physical. We knew we were going to have to get the ball on the perimeter. Aiden did a great job today distributing the football. We got some guys open. He made good throws, and it was good to see that happen. Made some big plays through the air to show that part of our offense is growing as well.
And then obviously they went on a run there in the second half. What do you think kind of shifted? Was it just that they were getting those explosive plays, or what was kind of the deal there?
Yeah, we'll look at it on film. I think one was a blown coverage, and one we just didn't execute a coverage very well. But they they did a good job, you know, and I don't want to take anything away from them. You know, their guys made plays. Their quarterback made a lot of plays under duress today to keep drives alive for them. You know, he made good throws on those 2 deep balls.
You guys have played close games into the third quarter, but really, besides maybe the Missouri game, there haven't been. North Dakota State game was pretty close too. But how big is it for your team to have to function like this, especially the offense under 1 minute, having to get down the field?
Yeah, we haven't had many 2-minute scenarios. Today we had I don't know what it was, 28-second scenario or something where we needed about 30 yards and we got, you know, about 30 yards. So good execution. Our pass protection was good all day. You know, Aiden mentioned this in his comments. Those guys came in with a lot of sacks. I think they had five or 6 sacks last week against Southern Illinois, and we gave up 0 today. So credit to our O-line. We're playing without Bryce Henderson today, who got hurt last week. Hopefully get him back soon. It was good to see Caden Ellenson step back in his starting role, and I'm sure we'll find that you know, there's some things that we could have done better there up front, but the guys held up really well in the pass game.
Last thing for me, you've talked all season about how big it is to get so many home games, and now 4 through 6, and you won every single one of them. Just can you take maybe a step back and be like, how big of a deal is that for your team?
Yeah, well, we've taken advantage of our home schedule, you know, the early home schedule, which I knew was going to be important on this season. And the one opportunity that we've had to play on the road here since Missouri, we found a way to win that game, and that's got to be the plan this week when we go to Indiana State. You know, you got to find ways to win in this league on the road because you're going to play a really good football team every week that plays well at home.